morning. Thank you for coming, Mr. Guy. It's easy. So we have had a very, very short amount of time to push a whole lot of technology over the summer. From July 1st to the start of the school year, we've done some amazing stuff, and I'm here to show you guys all about it. Okay, so when talking about technology, the most basic element of technology is really the network. And that's where we started. We started with totally redoing our school's infrastructure, getting all the old infrastructure out of the server room and redoing all the cabling, switching the core. We started from the core, so it's a new core that we have at the school. And I'll explain how all this comes into action in the classrooms. But basically what we did, we've upgraded our entire infrastructure, pulled cables, everything is labeled. We now have a single point of management for our network. And it is vital. It's the most important part when managing a network. You want to be able to see a network from a single place, especially when you're doing updates, upgrades. You don't want to be running around. You want to know where everybody's going. You want to know your traffic. And that's where we started. We started with our network. So after doing our network, we've implemented a new phone system. We didn't have phones in all the classrooms. So now we have phones in all the classrooms and all the office spaces and common areas. Very important fact. You have got to have a phone in the classroom just in case something's happening. You want to be able to call, Mom, practice is canceled. Come pick me up. Instead of going to a place, to an office, you can do it right there from the classroom. Same goes with our wireless system. We now have a new wireless system at the school, school-wide. Not basing on home-based wireless network. We used to have home-based routers. We now have corporate routers. You can see the one up here on the ceiling. That blue light on it means that it's on, it's connected. We have people on it right now. Why is that all? Yeah, this is the white thing we do. Why do we need a sustainable wireless network? When we are going into mobility in the classrooms, we've got to have a stable network. You've got to have a stable wireless network. And how all of this is coming into hand, I'll tell you guys about what's going on in the classrooms. That's where this plays a really strong element in what we're doing in the classrooms. Same goes with a public announcement system. We have a school-wide public announcement system. In case of an emergency, we can really say, you know, if we have, say, heaven forbid, something's happening, we have the opportunity to reach the entire school from a phone with an extension that we dial, and we let everybody know what to do. Like, give people instructions on where to go and what to do. Google Apps, we're moving away from our old mail system. We currently are running two mail systems simultaneously because we could not cut over the summer. We had a lot of teachers that were still not at school, but slowly and surely we're getting everybody on the Google side of life, and hopefully we can cut over by the end of this month. Google Apps for Education is a great tool. Basically, it allows our students to have the connectivity that they need from anywhere around the world as long as they have two things. One, a device that can connect you to the internet, and two, an internet connection. Google Apps for Education is not just an email service, but it's also Google Drive. Google Drive, if you guys are familiar with Dropbox, basically it's an online drive that our students can have their work, save their work on it, and access their work everywhere. No matter what it is, they start a document, they can pick it up wherever they are as long as they have a device that can connect them to the internet, an internet connection. So if Lucy started working on a document at home, but oh God, she had soccer practice, and she had to leave, and then she had to go visit Grandma. But guess what? Grandma is super cool because Grandma has a laptop and an internet connection. Lucy can access that work. She just started a document, she picks it up, she goes to her drive, and wherever she stopped, she gets that document there. No need to press save. No need to save it on a flash drive. No need to carry your stuff with you. No excuses. None of this, I don't know where I put my stuff. I saved it at home. I saved it at school. I saved it on a Word 2007. I saved it on a 2004. I have a Mac. I have a Windows. It doesn't matter. Now we create a document. It's all taken care of. What you do is you create a Google Doc, and you can access that document from everywhere. None of this incompatibility. No excuses. That's it. Show me the money. That's what this is all about. So with Google Apps, there's other aspects that come with it, and you guys have already seen some of it does impact you guys, and that's the Google Sites. Google Sites, every teacher has their own site, and they can edit their site, and you guys can plug into it and see whatever's going on in the classroom. But you guys want to know what the really cool thing about Google Apps for Education is? It is free. It is free. We didn't pay a dime for it. That's the best part about it. So cutting over to a new email system that allows our student to be connected to the school, to their work from anywhere at any given time, no excuses, doesn't cost us anything, I think that's pretty cool. Who thinks it's pretty cool? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So with that comes the mobile carts. We got rid of 110 old machines. Now, some of these machines were older than our alumni. Like, they were older than me, and I'm like pretty old. So we got rid of like a lot of old machines, and now we have laptop carts in different areas. Our goal is to have a laptop cart per grade level. Why do we need laptops? The reason we're using laptops is because the way of thinking, that model, the technology is in a separate place. That student went to get it. The lab, the space, the common area, that doesn't exist anymore. We don't teach kids technology anymore. Technology is integrated into the curriculum. It's not that, this is how you turn on a computer. Some of these kids, my 2-year-old knows how to like finagle an iPad better than I do. I mean, that's just the way that it is. This is their world. So with that, technology is integrated into the curriculum. We don't teach them technology. Actually, technology is taking place inside the classroom. We're bringing technology into the classroom rather than having it out of the classroom. It's not a separate component. It's in whatever it is that they're doing, whatever project that they're involved with, they're using the technology to enable them to showcase their work. They're using the technology to go with it. So that's why we have mobile carts. We have mobile carts from 2nd grade to 8th grade. We have laptops. Preschool to 1st grade, we have iPads. With the iPads, again, we had iPads that were given to us and bought by the school, and we've organized it by subject area. So now, when a preschool 1 teacher grabs the iPad and she has a project in mind, or our preschoolers, they don't need to slide 32 slides to get into the application that they want. Everything is organized in folders, and it's very easy access to get into. So that's in a nutshell of what's going on and what we've been doing over the summer. It's been a lot of work has been done, and a lot of work is still to do. We're not there yet, but we're getting there slowly but surely. We're starting a new, well, not new, but we're starting to go paperless as a school. Our paper expense have been skyrocketed. We don't need to print as much. Even at home, we don't need to print as much. What we're trying to do at the school, we've given every classroom a printer. Why is that? Because we don't want them printing to a hallway printer where they can't see what's being printed. Right now, they can control it. It's in the classroom. Again, bringing technology into the classroom. Now with that, Doesn't mean that they can print whatever they want. It makes them sort of, it has that conscience, you know, okay, I can see that print, I'm seeing it, it's right here, it's right there. I know that it's printed, I don't know that it's printed, I can do something about it. That's in the classroom. Now with the communications with you guys, what we're trying to do is all these forms that we had before, that you guys had to print and bring over to the school, we're trying to get all these forms online as well. Easy. All you do, you click on that form, you plug in the information, you hit submit, whoever needs to get it, gets it as an attachment, gets it in their email, it's saved, don't need to waste so much paper. So again, as a school, that's where we're going, paperless, trying to be more eco-friendly. What we're teaching our kids is basically how to become digital citizens. This is another part of it. Like, we don't need to use as much paper. How is it affecting our students? So, as I mentioned before, right now we're bringing technology into the classroom. So, with technology in the classroom, the teacher and student are able to collaboratively work on their project. So whatever is going on in the classroom, if it's science, if it's math, if it's writing, if it's reading, they're both taking part of it. It's not like we're sending our students somewhere else and we don't know their progress or we don't know what's going on. We're like with them. As a teacher, I can see whatever my student is doing and I'm there to help them through. A lot of what's going on in the classroom is reflected on their homework, on the accessibility at home as well. We're trying to get as much online resources that we can to enable you guys to monitor their progress as well. Not that we're saying you guys are supposed to monitor their progress, but it gives you an idea as whatever is going on in the classroom. So there's no basically, oh, so how was school today? It was good. What'd you do? Nothing. You don't get that. So when actually you get that ping from us saying this is what we did in class today, you can actually go online and check it out. Okay? That's where we're going. That's how it's affecting our students and also you. How is it affecting our teachers? Next slide. How is it affecting our teachers? So as I said, we had a very short amount of time to push a whole lot of technology. So with that comes a whole lot of training. What we're doing is we're working with our teachers constantly. We have professional development every day, helping our teachers get to where they need to get to. We're always working with them, collaborating with them. We have an instructional technologist that is, her job, Regina Nixon's job, is to work with teachers. Her job is to teach teachers on how to integrate technology into the curriculum. Our two librarians, Jordana Shaw and Samantha Kane, they work with teachers as well on how to integrate technology into their curriculum. So basically we have a whole team of people pushing out that technology, but also supporting our teachers, getting them where they need to get to. What's our benchmarks for this year? Where are we going? So as a school, we've pushed out a whole lot, but there are also, as I said, there's also a whole lot that we need to get to. So school-wide, to run the school as a business, we're working on a disaster recovery plan to enable us, just in case something's happening. I don't know, the server room, somehow something happened, it burned down, heaven forbid. We're backing up, we're trying to back up all our stuff in a remote place, our core data, so the school can still function the next day. So there's not going to be any sort of, any problems running the school. Say, I don't know, tornado came in, took my server room, sent it to Kansas. I don't know. Like, so the next day I can plug in, I can get into that remote site, I can get all the data and still run the school. School-wide database. Why is a school-wide database important? It's important for two reasons. A, functionality. You want the school to function as a business, not separate databases. And B, for you guys, progress. That's how you can see your kids' progress. That's how you can see attendance. Usually nowadays, databases have an online access, so you guys can actually see progress reports online. You can see attendance online. That's where we're going. This all comes down to like 21st century skills. Everything is one big pie that this is all meshed in together. None of this components, all these components all get together. If we have a minor tweak that's not working right, then it's like a domino effect. That's why we're trying to like cover all our bases, from students to faculty to staff to parents. That's how this works. The communication goes both ways. You guys need to know about what's going on in the classroom just as much as we need to know what's going on with your kid. Okay? And I'll show you guys. I have a webpage, a resource webpage that you guys can go to and check it out. I have an IS webpage that you guys have access to, just to get you guys going, because I've had some parents coming over to me and say, can you give us like a little tutorial about what's going on? I was like, yes, we have webcasts. I'll show you guys all about it in a second. Dedicated mobile carts in the classroom. Again, technology is in the classroom. It's not outside. Having technology accessible, having that connectivity, having technology there for our students whenever they need it, students and teachers. It's not a place where they need to get it. It's right there and then. So that's where we're going, a dedicated cart per grade level. Smartboards in each classroom. Smartboards are a great, awesome tool. Smartboards have such a wow effect on kids just by going over to the board and being able to finagle the board and interact with it. That's today's generation. That's what they're all about. Think about what happens if there's a noise in the house and what happens the minute you flick on the TV. It's quiet, right? They need that. Our kids, that's how they work. That's how their minds work. They need that visual. They're all visual audio learners. They get to go to the board. They get to play with it. They get to actually have hands-on experience with their learning, like learning abilities, learning environment. The board is it's an interactive board. It's just a part of their life, their classroom life. And enhance the use of resources, of online resources. Again, this is a valuable part of education. There's a lot of stuff online today. So when we think about starting typing, starting keyboarding in second grade, what does it mean if I'm a second grade teacher? What does it mean if I'm a second grade parent? How do I know that my kid is actually getting the skills that they need? With that online resource, I can actually see what's going on. I can actually experience what my kid is experiencing with theirs at school. I mean, let's face it. We see your kids probably more than you guys get to see them. We get to see them during the day when they are in an education environment. We get to really experience their educational growth. You guys should experience their educational growth as well. You guys should see where they're at and what their progress is all about. So with having online resources, sharing it with you guys can tap into whatever's going on and you can see it.
I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know if this is a question for you or someone else, or if it's part of the curriculum, but are the children learning how to type properly, like typing a paper without looking and pecking? Is that something that's...
Yeah, that's a part of typing.
Okay.
Being able to type without having to look at the keyboard. Yeah, so that's a part of the program.
Okay.
IS parent page. So basically, we created a site that you guys can go online and get all the resources that you need. It's is.nashobabrooks.org. Okay, cool. is.nashobabrooks.org /parents. That's how you guys get onto the IS site. This is a parent access site, and on that site we'll send you guys webcasts, tutorials, online resources. Basically, when we think about, parent ed, a lot of this stuff is going to be there. So this will be a great resource for you guys. So when we say we're introducing Google Drive, you guys can actually see what Google Drive is all about. You guys can actually see it and tell your kid, oh, okay, I know how you log in. That's easy. Let me help you out with that. Or, yes, ma'am.
Well, I just wondered, do you have to have a Google account ourselves
No, ma'am.
to do this?
Nope. This is a public access. Okay? So what happens is you guys can tap into it whenever you want and see all these online resources that we're providing for you. I think it's a great tool, and it gives you guys really hands-on experience and whatever's going on in the classroom. And I mean, if you guys need to support our students at home, well, that's the place where you need to go to first. If there's something that they're having a hard time with and was just introduced, it will probably be up here telling you guys what are the 2 steps to get your kid going. Or cyber safety, we have resources on that side as well. Okay? Questions? Yes?
I know nothing.
No? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.